All right, so 2024. One thing y'all not gonna do is fucking play with Katt Williams. All right, let me tell y'all something. Katt Williams went on Club Shay Shay the other night, 2 nights ago, broke the record for most views in 24 hours, most views in 48 hours. The man is going crazy. I won't say he's going crazy. I believe a lot of that shit. I know I've been seeing comments and shit, people saying, man, Cat just one of them hating ass old heads and shit like that. I don't believe that kicks it off. Um, Growing up, when you think about like I was talking to my brother about this earlier. When you think about in the rap game, when you saw rappers back in the days, um, as a kid, and even some now, when you see a rapper doing his rap, showing his cribs off, his um how big his house is, his mansion, his cars, all that type of shit. At some point, you really thought that shit was real. That's the vibe they gave you. Like, all this shit is real. This is all my shit. Most of that shit is written and stuff. When it comes to movies, you would think that these actors are just good ass actors. They do a great job. Movies, people calling them, producers calling them to just do movies with them. A lot of these people are sacrificing certain shit, man. And Cat Williams spoke on that. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this shit is true, but some of this stuff I believe. Like he said, I don't like to talk about certain people like that, but Epstein, whatever the dude that went to, he's out there, he committed suicide, killed himself in jail. That's what they said he did. But he had a lot of accusations out, a lot of paperwork, like being involved, like with Bill Clinton, Trump, a lot of politics, a lot of young actors and models, all that type of shit, man. And he was married, but they was like having like a sex code or some shit. Anyways, you don't think that that's what most of these people do, but Cat Williams broke that shit down. Like, look, these motherfuckers, Epstein trying to make me suck his. Look, he said the man trying to make him suck his dick. That's what he said. Now that sounds like some shit that buddy would do, and he's talking about they picking him out a lineup and shit. They, hey, you got to cut your hair, and if you want to make this certain amount of money, like they doing all this type of shit. And Cat Williams just like, look, dog, I'm not standing for none of that shit. Real talk. A lot of the comedians he talked about, Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey. He said good things about a lot of them, but he said a lot of shit that like, hey, I don't fuck with this dude because they did this. One that caught me off guard was Cedric the Entertainer. You never will consider Cedric the Entertainer a hater. You never seen him hating on anybody or something like that. But Cat Williams said it was a time that he said a joke on Comic View and they was using it for a commercial. And when they get to Kings of Comedy, Cedric is using it. One of the they had a similar joke. He just switched his out. I think the part when Sid was doing the part about the driving in the a spaceship or some shit like that. Cat Williams was the same whole little swing thing, the whole shit. The only difference was he said, "Hey, mine was in the car," and apparently it was the same shit, and a lot of people knew that. He got on Steve Harvey ass. One thing, as I started getting older, I didn't know that he had on a fucking wig. Like I thought, like back then, I had an afro, so I used to always like my pops was the barber back home. As he started getting older, them lines wasn't hitting the same, so it was like this motherfucker be way up here, this one be down here. Like line was fucked up. But Steve Harvey had the perfect hairline, the perfect afro. They said it was a fucking wig. Whole time, Cat Williams and him, they did a little championship battle thing, and Cat Williams spoke on that because I guess they wasn't fucking with each other back then. And he was the first person to say, like, nigga, that's not even that ain't even your real hair. That's a wig. Y'all, he up here acting like he came up hard and all this shit. No motherfucker, you been had money, all type of shit like that. He got on Ricky Smiley ass, talking about Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley was saying that he is supposed to play Pimp Name Slickback, and Cat Williams was supposed to play the Santa Claus on Friday after next. Who else he talked about? He spoke on Tiffany Haddish, Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, the respect that he got for Dave Chappelle. Shout out to 85 South Show, Just Hilarious, all those, Desi Banks. He showed a lot of gratitude and like saluted a lot of young the young up and coming comedians. But with these old heads like Earthquake and all that, is saying like Earthquake was illiterate. That's why he ain't never been in no movies and shit like that. It's a funny ass interview, but also you can tell like he's not bullshit. He's been waiting to say certain shit. He kind of got blackballed. You don't really see him in a lot of shit since even though that he's a top comedian. Me personally, I've never been a fan of Katt Williams. I've seen a lot of his material. I believe he's funnier on movies, but like on the stand up, I really wasn't fucking with it. Some of his old shit I can look at like maybe like a couple of you'll get a couple of giggles out that shit. But overall, he's not one of my favorite comedians. But if y'all haven't checked that out yet, get on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp interview with Katt Williams. Run them views up for them, man. They out there doing big things. That's all I have for my news segment today, man. Y'all tap in, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel on YouTube and Facebook. Meet you from the Midwest. Let's get my subscribers up, get the likes up. Make sure y'all comment it. Let me know if it's anything y'all want to talk about on these episodes. Appreciate y'all.